Heroku Deploy, how to push a web app or site to production. When it comes to deploying an application, there are usually two options, a VPS or a PaaS platform as a service. This article will show you a recipe for deploying an application to production on a PaaS like Heroku. The first step is to create a simple structure for our project with some basic files. For this article, I'll create a demo server with NodeJS. In a new folder, I'll open a terminal and run the command npm init y in order to create a new project. The dummy server will be written in Express. So we need to run the npm install express command to install this module. Once this library is installed, we can create a new file for our project, named app.js. Inside it we'll write the code for our simple server. We can start the application by running node app.js. Then we can try it out at the following URL. At this point you should see the message hello world in the browser. The next step is to choose a version control system and to place our code in a development platform in a repository. The most popular version control system is Git along with GitHub as a development platform. So that's what we'll use here. To upload your local code into a repository, you need to run the commands that are listed on GitHub after you click Create Repository button. ! Before we do this, we must ignore some files. We want to upload to the repository only the code that we write, without the dependencies, the installed modules. For that, we need to create a new file, gitignore, and inside it write the file that we want to ignore. If you ran the commands correctly, then it'll be on your repositories page. If you refresh it, you should see your files, except the one that you explicitly ignored, namely node modules. Now, if you look at the navigation at the top, you'll see Overview, Resources, Deploy, Metrics, and so on. Be sure that Deploy is selected. Then on the second row, click on the GitHub icon. Once the application is successfully connected with your Heroku account, you can click Deploy Branch to deploy your application. If you want, you can also select the option Enable Automatic Deploys, which will automatically pull the code from your GitHub repository every time you make a push to that repository. Heroku has no way of knowing what commands it needs to run to start the application. And that's why it threw an error. To solve this problem, we must create a new file named pricfile with the following content: web, node/app.js. To update our application, all we need to do is push a new commit to GitHub. If we have enabled the automatic deploys option, then the code will be automatically pulled to Heroku. Otherwise, we need to click on Deploy Branch again. One key benefit that Heroku provides is the fact that you can easily add resources in the form of add-ons to your project. These external resources come in the form of databases, logging and monitoring tools, C&CD tools, or testing tools. So now let's see how to add a new resource to your project. First, we'll go to Resources, and from there we'll add a new tool for testing. If you go ahead and access this add-on, you should see its dashboard with an intro tutorial and a demo test created for you. A PaaS solution will always allow you to move faster than the solution with a VPS where you have to configure everything from the ground up. Learn to code for free. FreeCodeCamp's open source curriculum has helped more than 40,000 people get jobs as text source, freecodecamp.org.